Hello, hi, and welcome. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the channel where we do talk all things true crime. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome on in. And if you're returning, Titan, welcome on back. Thanks for joining me yet for another live show. I appreciate it. We're going to it's going to be a good show tonight. I have a feeling. So let me just go up here and change this. I don't know why that looks like an ugly color green. I don't know why, but it just does. So we're just going to make it like a little black. We'll make it black for tonight. But I saw that Mary Beth already gifted memberships and we already got people in the chat. Cheryl's here. Mary Beth's here. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, DM. Hey, Leslie. Okay, yeah. I'll check them out. I'll get all my emails. I need to get my emails together. I need to check them tomorrow. I'll have them checked by this weekend if not, but I'll probably have them checked by tomorrow. Hey, Catherine. Welcome in. Just good to see everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Hey, Alicia. Aw, I'm so glad you have a membership here. Well, we are going to talk a new case tonight, but we talked about it the other day. So it's kind of a new case for us, though. Hey, Voodoo. Just slide down to the bottom here. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. My whole browser is completely full. But if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you do appreciate tonight's case coverage, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, I am going to throw the link into the chat because we are 3 subscribers away. I'm pretty sure 3 from getting 500 subscribers over there. And then we could do our first little giveaway. So I thought that would be pretty awesome to put this in the chat tonight because we only need a few more. So if you guys would like to join over there, it's just an unfiltered version of this show. We're making it that anyway, but it's a newer channel. So if you'd like to subscribe, we'd love to have you. If you love to subscribe over here, we'd love to have you over here too. We're almost to 15,000 subscribers. So we'll be doing our next bigger giveaway over here on this channel. So do I, Linda? I'll have to check. I don't know how to for some reason, even though I'm following myself, I don't know how to it doesn't pop up easily for me. And it should. It should. What I just do? I don't know. I don't think I need that tab anyway. So let me just pull up the ladies here we're going to be talking about. And let me get over to the right tab there. Okay. So we are going to be talking about Leslie, or I'm sorry for Leslie. I just looked at Leslie in the chat. Jillian Kelly, and she is 39. She's the pastor's wife. And then Veronica Butler, who is 27. She's going to be the mom of the 2 small children that's where they were going when they were reported missing. So they were reported missing at the end of March, March 30th. So it has been a couple weeks since they went missing. But basically Jillian Kelly, she's 39, and Veronica Butler, who is 27, and they're both from Kansas. They were driving 16 miles over to the Oklahoma border to pick up Veronica's 2 children for a custody visit. And on our first live, it was that they were being picked up because they were going to a birthday party. Scratch the birthday party. I don't know if they were still going to a birthday party. Let me know if you guys know. I just know it was a custody visit. And we'll get into all that too. But their vehicle was found abandoned south of Elkhart in Kansas. The car was found 3 miles short of their destination. Investigators have come out and they have said that there's no evidence, but they have found no evidence of foul play. I'm sorry, they have found evidence of foul play, but they haven't really said what they found. So they said that there is evidence, that there was foul play involved, but they haven't really let us know what it is. Now, I mean, that could be because their car was abandoned right there too. I mean, but the husband found it, and he found it within 15 minutes or something of them being, what was it, 15 minutes? We'll find out again tonight, of them being gone. He was on it. So I don't know if now that we're hearing it was a custody visit, if she had him if we're not back at this time, come find us or what. But the more that we're seeing, or I've seen, or maybe you guys have seen it too, about the area, I'm thinking maybe that's right. Because one of the News Nation people were getting followed around. So But on our last live, we kind of just looked into the case a little bit. We got familiar with what's been like put out there. I think we watched Nancy Grace. I showed you guys like a little family tree so you guys could get like all the players' names. But tonight I'm just going to kind of name them as we go because there's a few more added. Hey, Ghosted Kai, that Kyvie. I don't know. I know I spelled that wrong. I said that wrong, but I really tried. Hey, Citizen Sleuth. Hey, welcome in, Mr. Rosebud. Hey, everybody. I know I missed some people. Sorry about that. Yeah, I could help you if you just go to here. I'll paste it in there for you. Oh wait, just kidding. I thought I did. Let me see here. If you go to this, it should take you. And welcome in, everybody. I'm like losing my voice. I didn't want to come out. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. When I'm reading on like another screen, it's hard to see over here. But what was I? Okay. I don't know why all my tabs are kind of funky. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to like put you on hold there. Hold for a second. Okay. But tonight I just want to go ahead and I don't know why I couldn't say that. I can't talk and do something at the same time. That's just doing two things at once. That's not my forte. So tonight I'm going to go ahead and play you guys. The only news agency that I've seen that's been really covering this case is like Fox News did one like little thing, ABC did one little thing, but it's been News Nation really that's been out there. And they've been out there doing lives or recording for their show all throughout the week. So we'll be able to watch some stuff because they're the only ones that are giving us any. So I want to show you guys this first video because I wanted to show you guys this on the last live, but we were kind of going over the time a little bit. So I didn't want to, put you guys through all that much more because it was getting kind of late. But the first video I want to show you is like the drone footage. It'll give us a better idea of where like those ladies were because it's literally the middle of nowhere. So let me actually pull up the pictures if I can find them. What did I do back out of it? Oh no, they're right here. Okay. So this is like the area that they were found in. There's not much for miles. Like, wow. I mean, I'm from Ohio, but I mean, like, look at all that flat land. You could see for miles. Look at that. That's crazy to me. We have little hills, like little, very little hills, but there's something there. There's nothing over here. Hey, Aries. No, Jan, no. She must be sleeping on us early. Vincent's sleeping. He's gone. Hey, Ladybug. Out in no man land. Yeah. I would like a house right there, though. I would love that, actually. I like the country, but not so far that you can't get right into like the town. Like I grew up about 3 minutes from town, and it was like literally like this, but with some hills. Put some hills in there. And then I think there's one more picture. So this one's a little bit better with the road. So that's kind of where we're at. These ladies were literally 3 minutes from where they were supposed to meet, and they didn't arrive. And I'm hearing it was a gas station, which I think one of you guys said on the last live that you thought it was a gas station. So whoever that was, you were correct. You were correct. But I hadn't heard that yet. So I wanted to show you this first video of the drone footage, just kind of shows what I showed you there. I have it up on Google Maps and I'm still trying to figure out exactly where they were. So I'm on the corner of the highway, like Highway US 64 and Oklahoma 3. But I got to figure it out from there. I was trying to do that before the live. So let's listen to Elizabeth Vargas. She did a pretty good report on this. Oh my gosh, look, we match. Huh, look at that. Didn't even mean to do that. My shirt's a little darker. But if you guys don't mind just taking a second, hit the like button if you like the video. I appreciate that if you guys do that for me. It really helps. Really, really helps. Oh, well, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play. Oh, let me
Hold the
oops,
answer to
sorry.
what happened to two mothers who disappeared. 27-year-old Veronica Butler and 39-year-old Jillian Kelly went missing March 30th. They were traveling to pick up Butler's kids amid a custody battle with her ex, but they never arrived. Police found their car empty and abandoned on the side of this road you see here in Texas County, Oklahoma. News Nation has been on the ground in Oklahoma, but so far have seen no evidence of search efforts by police. Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says it is looking in the area that the car was found, but locals tell us they haven't seen any signs of a search. So where do police think these two missing women are? News Nation correspondent Laura Ingle joins us now live from Hugoton, Kansas, where both the women lived. Laura, are you hearing anything new from law enforcement?
We've been reaching out to people all day long, Elizabeth. The OSBI telling us just this afternoon that they are continuing their search and they hope that they will be able to find these women alive. Still, we've been talking with people all day long in this town, many who do not want to go on camera. In fact, all of them don't want to go on camera. And they all seem to know somebody. Everybody knows somebody, which means they might know somebody who could be involved or have information. Everybody seems to be pretty fearful of talking with us. But
Well, let's
still,
see.
the answer is out there. They want it to know where these women are. And we have video to show you. One friend of Veronica Butler told us this feels like a black cloud has really been hanging over them, just hoping that they are going to be okay after their abandoned vehicle was found on that rural dirt road we told you about in Texas County, Oklahoma, Easter weekend. We got our drone up and over the scene of this extremely desolate area to show you what the terrain looks like and how far away the nearest town or working gas station is from where the SUV was found, where investigators say there were signs of foul play. We also walked the road where the vehicle was found. Take a look here. So right down at the end of this dirt road is Highway 95. We are on Road L, and you can see we're a pretty good distance in. And right down here, we have found a stick with yellow ribbons and flowers. And right over there on that telephone pole is a white cross with yellow flowers and ribbons and the women's name written on that cross. The question here remains, why are we so far down off of this road? What happened that day when they were driving on Highway 95? Yeah, so that was a little bit surprising to see how far away the car was. We will bring you more when we hear from investigators on the ground.
Boy, I hope you hear
Elizabeth?
something soon. Laura Ingle reporting live from Kansas. Thank you.
I was trying to get her before she yelled at us. I wish I could have seen that a little better. I want to know how far off the road they were. This is this is reminding me of Chelsea Grim with nothing around, going down a service road, like a side road, and then all of a sudden you're gone and your car's there without any mechanical errors. I don't know. I wonder where they are. So there was custody issues, and I do have some documents that we'll go through tonight. I'm going to show you a short video about the custody battle or hearings that they were having, and a lot of them have to do with grandma. Grandma wants to be included. I don't have kids, but if I did, I don't know. I would probably be feeling some sort of way about that. I don't know. I just don't know. Grandma's getting involved, That's just grandma would not be getting involved if I had a kid. I don't know. But I'd be crazy. I'd be crazy mom person. Smelly Story World. I think they were probably kidnapped. Yeah. Or I was thinking earlier, what if they did make it to their destination, but before maybe Jillian could text her husband hey, we're here or anything like that, something happened then, and then someone took the car and placed it there. Now I don't know. Could be an option. Because it's so weird that they were, just there. But I guess if you think about it, if somebody was trying to get their attention or, get them to go off the road, they probably wouldn't just go straight off of that interstate or whatever it is right there. I'm sure that there's cars going 55 or faster through there. So, I mean, a little service road like that would be plausible. Like that would be okay, safe, safe spot to pull into. It's very strange. Just vanished. Yeah, just vanished. I know. Yeah, people don't just vanish, guys. They just don't. It's like, where are they? And there's a lot of like, what are they called? Silos there, and a lot of abandoned farm properties. It looked like on one of these news nations I was watching. You could see there's actual YouTubers out there, and it looks like to me like it's a completely different thing than the Sebastian Rogers case. Like these people aren't out there filming, they're out there looking. They're actually looking. So at least somebody is, because they're not having any coordinated searches. The families are not talking. They were told not to talk. No friends are really coming forward that we've heard of. Nobody. Kind of like the Chelsea Grim case. Her parents did the one interview on the 16th with 2 different places, and that was it. Huh. That's something else. Missing people's cases, I guess. Okay, let's see what she's got to say. And this is going to be talking about the custody battle, and then we'll go over some of the stuff that I found about that.
Mystery continues to deepen surrounding the disappearance of 2 moms in the Oklahoma Panhandle. Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, both from a small town in southwest Kansas, vanished more than a week ago. The car they were in found abandoned on the side of a rural highway. Investigators are saying foul play is suspected. That area is reportedly known for guns, drugs, human trafficking. Our team, our News Nation team on the ground, now attempting to retrace their steps to piece together what might have happened. Let's bring in correspondent Laura Engel, who is live in Kansas in their small hometown there. Laura, what can you tell us about the latest on the search?
Well, good morning, Nicole. We just checked in with the OSBI, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, which is leading this search. And they say they have nothing to share with us, but will tell us when they do. We keep calling and checking in with them. Right now, we can tell you that there is no sign of these women, of course, and there is no sign of an actual search that we have been able to see since we've been here. We've been traversing the area for the last 3 days. My team has, at least, Oklahoma City, into the Panhandle. We've been driving around. We have some new exclusive video to share with you. We drove to the rural area where Veronica Butler and Jessica Kelly's vehicle was found abandoned with what the OSBI tells us had signs of foul play, as you mentioned. And you can see in this video that the spot where the car was found was 1,000 feet from the main highway, Highway 95, on a dirt road. There is now a white cross with the women's names on it, adorned with yellow ribbons. We just found this yesterday. We don't know who placed that cross there at the spot, but clearly people are feeling that things are not going to turn out well here. In this new drone footage we shot yesterday as well, we have another angle of the road, which was just 3 miles from Butler and Kelly's intended destination on the 30th. Why they would be so far off the main highway is still unclear, if they pulled off themselves or were forced off the road. There are still many questions about the Four Corners abandoned gas stations. That's the name of it, where the women were supposed to have a supervised custodial meetup with the legal guardian of Butler's 2 small children, the grandmother. Investigators will not confirm if there was, in fact, someone waiting with the children there, who called the police, and how long it
Look
took
at
to
how
discover their
desolate.
abandoned vehicle. Family members of both women have not been speaking to the media, reportedly on the advice of law enforcement. While the investigation is ongoing, Butler, we want to tell you, was in that bitter custody battle for her 2 children and had filed a substantial request with the court just 10 days before she vanished to regain custody and even more visitation. The kid's father reportedly in a drug and alcohol rehab facility, which is where he reportedly was when the women went missing. Now, we have been reaching out to multiple law enforcement agencies on this case, not just the OSBI. We've even gone as far as to reaching out to the governors of both states, who are referring us to the OSBI and the KBI here in Kansas, where we stand here today. We've reached out to the FBI as well, now that we're dealing with, multiple states. Still no word, but we are here on the ground looking for answers, and we'll bring you more as we get it. Back to you.
10 days now into them being missing. All right, Laura, thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Dang it, I was trying to get her before she did that. She got me. Let me close out a couple of these windows and then so there's a custody battle, going on between her and grandma pretty much. It's like grandma, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get involved with your children after a certain age, maybe after they're married. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know. My mom used to tell me all the time whenever even when I was like younger, I remember she used to say, one of these days your brother's going to get married and he's, that's going to be his wife. And I'm going to have to like realize that. And I was like, what? But you're his mom. I didn't get it. I was young. She's like, yeah, but I'm his mom. Like she knew out. And I mean, that was my mom. So let me, see where I was at. Did I really? I think that's okay. I'll refind it. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. So basically, this is a petition for writ, and that just means bring that person to court. And this is from Veronica Butler and to Tiffany Adams. And has anyone seen this? If you guys haven't, I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. So she's not going through him like she's going through his mama. And I'm assuming that's because he's in a rehab center, or maybe he was somewhere before. It's just 2023. So this would have been last year. Maybe he was still in jail. Because then he was in jail and then they released him to go to rehab. He was in there for a weapons charge too, I think. I hope you haven't had a good vacation, Ivy. So I'll just read through this for you guys or with you guys. Sure you can read it yourself if you wanted to read it. But and it just kind of shows what was going on. And then there's actually a creator on Twitter. She's, I believe, a news journalist. Yeah. She went through and she picked out like the key points in the documents because she's been going through a few of them. So we'll go through this and then we'll go through like some key points because this is kind of insane, this family. And whoever said on the live the other night that this reminded you of the Pike County massacre, yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe, even though it's not that many people, Hey, Elbeam. So comes now the petitioner, Veronica Claire Butler, and alleges as follows. 1, any and all allegations set forth in the petitioner's motion to modify a motion to enforce visitation as filed in Camarion County, case styled as FP-2019-1, filed on October 27, 2023, shall be as if they are set fully herein as well. The current orders controlling custody and visitation rights with regards to the subject minor children, CER born 2015 and KCR born 2018, were entered hereon on December 7th, 2022, and filed herein on September 25th, 2023. Why so far? Okay. Insofar as it pertains to this petition, the prior order has been modified by this or any other court and remains in full force and effect. 3, the last period of specific visitation that the petitioner was allowed to exercise with the minor children took place on July 1st, 2023. The petitioner had a supervisor with her, Miss Naylene Johnson, for her first visitation. And that's why Jillian was with her. That's what we're hearing anyway, because she needed somebody to go with her for her visitation. 4, the respondent, Tiffany Adams, and that's the mom. So Tiffany Adams is Mama Bear. And I always forget his full name. Wrangler Cole Rickman. That's his mama. Wrangler is the father of the 2 minor children Veronica's ex. That makes sense. And I'll repeat it again too. And it says right here. So the respondent, Tiffany Adams, which she's the grandmother, has had exclusive possession of the minor children for the past several months and is withholding them from both parents currently. This is not in the best interest of the children and is in violation of the court order. Why? Why is she exclusively keeping them from their mother and father? You can't do that. That's still kidnapping. You're the grandmother, honey. You just kidnapped your grandchildren. Like, withholding them. That's exactly what it means. Number 5, the father of the minor children, Wrangler Cole Rickman, the son of respondent Tiffany Adams, has himself posted on his Facebook account about his mother withholding the minor children from the petitioner and himself in violation of the law and the current order as outlined. And it gives the order number. The respondent, Tiffany Adams, has not to date filed any action for grandparental visitation rights, nor has she filed any action to procure guardianship of the minor children. As such, her possession of the minor children is in violation of the court's orders and the laws of the state of Oklahoma. Yeah, it's called kidnapping. I mean, that's what it is, right? Number 7, venue is proper with the court as the respondent, Tiffany Adams, is holding the children with her at her address. Gives it there. Number 8, the respondent, Tiffany Adams, is currently in violation of the Oklahoma criminal statute, child stealing, which is a felony offense punishable up to 10 years in prison. What the hell's the difference between child stealing and kidnapping? Is this real? Is there really a difference? Is this the same thing? Like, I mean, let's see. I think it's called child abduction or something. Child stealing is different from kidnapping in that the victim in kidnapping cases is considered the child who was abducted, while the victim in child stealing is the parent whose custodial rights were violated. But no. Grandma don't have custodial rights. Dad does. Mom, dad. I think dad had them. I think he had them all. But grandma don't have nothing. That's y'all need to get your crap together. If there's anything that happened to these women, those babies don't have a mother, we're going to go back to this document because that's crazy. Child stealing. Has anyone seen that? Is this anyone else's first time? I mean, maybe because you guys are parents, maybe you guys would know this. There's a difference, but I mean, no. The court should enter its writ of habeas corpus to respondent Tiffany Adams, demanding that she produce the minor children before this court. Man, Lori Vallow. In the alternative, this court shall order the sheriff to immediately take possession of the minor children away from the respondent to allow the children to be brought before the court. Wherefore, petitioner Veronica Claire Butler prays that this court immediately issue a writ of habeas corpus to respondent Tiffany Adams, demanding that she produce the minor children before this court on a date certain, or in the alternative that the court order the sheriff to remove the children from the respondent to allow them to be produced before this court, and for such other and further relief that the court finds to be an equitable in the premises, including reasonable attorney fees and court cost. Wonder when she needed to, I wonder when she did produce the children. Or did she? This was filed 2023 November. That'd be 5 months. They could be still going through proceedings. 5 months? Oh, Casey, if you want to become I can help you, I think. If you want to become a member, if you're on your phone, you go to the Safari app and go to YouTube through the Safari app and then go to my page. Yeah, it's weird. iPhones are weird. I have an iPhone too. But if you need any more help, I can try to help you. Or someone in the chat might know, actually, because They're better at this stuff than I am. Oh, yeah, so I read it all. Okay, I wanted to make sure. So, basically, Veronica and, her ex were saying that, Wrangler Cole Rickman, that his mother, Tiffany Adams, was withholding their children from them. I mean, if there was something that was seriously wrong, that she felt was wrong, that she needed to take the children from them, instead of taking the children from them, call social services or the police. I mean, don't go stealing other people's kids. So if you're on your phone right now, Casey, you should be able to just go to that Safari app and go from there and go to YouTube. It's really weird how they do that. How they're differently. They're different on each device too. Let me see where I was. I was going to see if I needed to show you guys this stuff yet, or if I, Okay. So this is from this is between the plaintiff and this is between Veronica and her ex and his mom. This is who this has to do with. And it says the defendant and the plaintiff had a telephone conversation that took place extremely recent, September 22nd, 2023. And these were filed in November, wasn't it? No, my brain just went out on me. I couldn't find the thing. Yeah, so November 8th, these were filed. So wherein the plaintiff admits that he never disapproved of any of the supervisors that the defendant had chosen for her supervised visitations, and that it was his mother that would make that decision, and he felt compelled to listen to her. So apparently they kept going through maybe social workers, like different social workers, because the mom was not approving of them. I don't know how that works. That math ain't mathin'. I mean, even if the dad said he didn't like the court-ordered person, I mean, how many times do you get to say that before they're like, nope, can't say it anymore? Like, that's kind of weird. Really? Pennsylvania doesn't give grandparents rights? Oh, it's pretty sad. Because a lot of times grandparents actually do raise their grandkids, It says the plaintiff further stated that he had been threatened numerous times by his mother that she would unalive him, shoot him in the head if he didn't do what she told him to do. That he would send the plaintiff copied and pasted text directly from his mother as if it were him. That the plaintiff believes his mother has cops in her pocket. Most importantly, the plaintiff admitted that he believes that his mother coaches and has coached the subject minor children before dropping them off with their current counselor. And it has it redacted. So coaching the children. Disapproving of all the social workers. Threatening her kid. I mean, are these all things that are just, they're just saying it because, they want to put the blame on someone else? Because I don't think so. I mean, who would want to put the blame on their mama? I mean, unless he's the bad guy. But he's kind of out of it right now. He's in a rehab center. So, and I think that he can have no contact. Now, I don't know if no contact means no contact at all, like a jail without, you have to be able to do letters. Even in jail, you can do letters. But let me know. Because I thought you could at least write letters and talk on the phone. You just couldn't have visitation. When they said they had him in a rehab. Oh yeah, this is a shoot him in the head. Catherine, that's how you should do it too. That's how my mom was. I mean, my mom had her first marriage with my brother's dad. He just liked working under his cars, and she wanted to be a family. You know what I mean? It was just like they were in different spots in their life. And then she met my dad and it was all over from there. The kids are young. Okay. Oh, I forget. It says their birthdays. Hold on. One was born. I keep going to the wrong paper or the wrong thing. Okay. 2015. So 8, 9. 2018. 6, maybe 4 or 5 or 6. So I think 8 and 5, 5 and 8. Yeah, Ashley. So she threatens her own flesh and blood. Why does she even hesitate to unalive the kid's mother? That's what I'm saying. I mean, she really has she has no reason to keep her alive. Or even Jillian. I mean, Jillian is just a bystander at this point. I mean, she was just there to do her job. Do you know what I mean? Just to be the person in the in between. No ways. No way, Solo. No way she did not. She got a conjugal. They still have those? I didn't even know they still had those. That's so cringe. Oh man, that's so cringe. Oh man. Can you imagine? Oh my God. Where did man, if I ever got locked up, I know where I'd want to get locked up. Not with him, but you know what I mean. Just kidding. Conjugal visits. I didn't even know they still had those. Wow. Okay. We'll get it, Fred. So we'll play this video, and then what we'll do is we'll go back through like all the key points in the documents that were filed. So I'm gonna play this. Look at him. He looks like he's sleeping. He is retired FBI. When they first saw said retired FBI in the title, I was like, we ain't doing Jennifer tonight. But it's not. It's this guy, I think. So we'll listen through this. Hit the like button if you guys don't mind. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for being here. Thanks for giving me that mental picture now, Solo. I'll never live without that.
Here to talk more about the ongoing investigation, Robin Dreek, retired FBI special agent and head of the FBI's counterintelligence behavioral analysis program. That's concerning that we've got a news crew out there on this rural road out in the middle of nowhere, and they feel concerned for their own safety as we're trying to get answers. What do you make of that?
Yeah, not sure whether it's connected or not to the missing women. What's really interesting that's happened so far is the law enforcement has said they're not searching, but they're looking in that area. Because I know part of the questions we've had is, why do we see no search crews out there? And the only thing that I can think of is that they see that foul play is suspected because of what they found in the vehicle, and maybe the women weren't taken from that location, but in other words, taken from another location, and that car was placed out there. So if these things are connected, that's what remains to be seen.
Right. There's no grid search. There's no canines. We're not seeing aerial drone searches like we see in so many other missing cases that we have covered. The lack of information being provided by law enforcement. I understand they have a
Yeah, somebody explained the lack of coverage, like news coverage, people out there like scouring the fields. Just there's nobody.
delicate balance to walk, investigate, and share only what's necessary with the public. But there seems to be an extreme lack of information in this case, given the time that has already passed.
Yeah, I agree. And you don't know whether it's because they don't have information to share or they're hot on a lot of leads that they're following down first. But what they're doing, I suspect right now, is they're interviewing concentric circles outside from these two women's lives. And they're definitely going to be focusing, I would think, on Veronica first, just because of the custody battle, because those generally are where these things will start. If you have two missing people and one are in a bitter custody battle, they're going to be looking and interviewing people in her concentric circle outward from her to try to identify any motives and also identify anyone who is aware of her route of travel, where she was going that day, and where they're going to be picking up the children.
What about the challenges of a rural area like this? I mean, you can look for miles and not see another person, vehicle, or anything. I mean, there's just nothing but farmland out here and dirt roads.
Yeah, it's definitely, like you said, it's a huge challenge. You can see it on the screen, but that's only a challenge if you think the women went missing there. There's a possibility they might have gone missing somewhere else and the car was just placed out there. And I think that's what they're trying to determine. Hopefully, because I understand cell phone coverage out there is really limited where they found the vehicle, but they might be able to track that cell phone coverage of the women along their entire route. So I think they're going to be pinging on those as well as to when the last known or as far as those cell phones went, because they might have gone to another location, then they went dead or something else.
Threat to the public. If there was one, I would expect that police would say so. Would you be inclined to believe the same and the lack of updates that there isn't a threat to the public right now?
I suspect there's not a threat to the public only because this appears to be targeted. It doesn't appear to be a mistake that this happened. That is just a happen chance. And so, unfortunately, it does look like it was intentional. And so, anytime you have an intentional thing like this, and also where the vehicle is placed, there's not a lot of public there to be made aware of it. And besides, the public there has made your own film crew feel threatened. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it certainly is. Does public pressure, social media, more people paying attention to this case push law enforcement to provide any update, even if there isn't much to provide?
I agree. It definitely does. It puts pressure on them if there's more information to be put out there. And you also don't know, I don't know the size of the departments involved and whether their public affairs people are briefed up on it in a timely manner. I always lean towards the fact that they're doing so much investigation right now. They're trying to collate all the information they have to put a coherent message out to the public, because the last thing you want to do is put out information that is wrong, information that's inaccurate, and you want the public be able to be a resource and not a hindrance to what you're trying to do.
Yeah, investigation first, and just thinking about these families. So many people impacted,
Yeah.
scared, worried about these women and their well-being. Robin, thank you. It's a peculiar case. One, because of the area, and two, the circumstances, and again, lack of information. We're on it. Thank you.
Not getting us tonight. Trying not to get them to yell at you guys in the ear. I could do that for them. So people probably aren't speaking out there because I looked up Hugoton. I think that's how I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm guessing that's it. Hugoton. That's like the city that they were closest to in Kansas. And they have, you know how they were saying that like nobody was talking out there, nobody is coming forward. They try to talk to like locals and they don't want to talk to them. Well, there's 3,700 people that live there. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's probably why they're not talking to you, because it's such a small town. Now, I'm wondering if old boy and his mama were from there, from like this little town. And I mean, because they just don't talk. If they, you know what I mean, they usually don't. They try to just, you know. And that's weird that road is known for that, Lenora, isn't it? It's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard of. Like, who would traffic somebody on a dirt road in the middle of Kansas? Really? I mean, but they said it. They even said it on here. I was like, what? It's weird to me that, I mean, of all the places, you would never think. I guess everybody be careful because you never know where you can be. Shoot. Maybe the city is better. Maybe the city's a little better. But these are the ladies here. Beautiful ladies. Beautiful. It's not looking very good. I mean, one of them is going to pick up her children, go get a visitation with her children that she hasn't had in a while. So she's super excited to go see her kids. You know, nothing's going to keep her from going and seeing her kids. Then you have Jillian, who has a husband who's like a pastor, and they're both involved in their church, but you know, she's the pastor's wife. You know, she looked pretty happy in the pictures I saw with him. So I don't really think they were, you know, going for her. I think they were, I mean, in my opinion, they were going after Veronica. I'm sorry, I was reading this at the same time. My brain kind of went away there. So there's no one out searching because I don't know. That's a great question. They told the family members and the friends not to come out and talk, to not do any talking. And they haven't. And I believe Jillian was a collateral damage too, Ashley. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that whoever would have been there with her that day, whoever the court ordered or court allowed or court ordered to go with her, whoever it was, they were going to, something was going to happen. Now I'm wondering, because the grandmother kept saying that all of these people that were with her, she didn't like them. So I'm wondering if she was trying to get it to where she couldn't, there was no one else to come with her to where she wouldn't be able to see the kids, or if the grandmother somehow liked those other people more than this lady. I mean, I don't know. This lady, Jillian and Veronica both seem like they're very nice women, but people are weird. I mean, I would always say I want my grandma to do whatever for me, whatever she could, but I would not want her to do this. Steal me from my biological parents and be like, I'm cool. I'm just going to take them. Just taking the kids. It's just weird to me. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's probably more known out there than I think it is. So this is Lauren Conlon. I believe she's like a news anchor at one of the different places, podcaster, reporter, and host. So I was reading through these notes earlier, and she did a really good job on picking out the stuff from the documents that were noteworthy. So I'm just going to read through her post because I thought it was really well written. And I'm going to, after I'm done with this, actually, let me just open it in another tab because I'll forget. And I want to put her YouTube in here. I mean, her Twitter. I'm sorry. I don't think she has one, a YouTube. So I'll put her Twitter in here. If anyone wants to follow her for this case or any other cases that she covers. But it just says still missing. Where are Jillian Kelly and Veronica Butler? Court documents and briefs can be one-sided. Facts and screenshots below have been pulled directly from the defendant and petitioner's statements in Butler versus Adams, Wrangler Rickman's mother, the children's grandma, and Rickman versus Butler in the children's best interest. I am not going into detail about specific allegations made. I am not making any direct accusations. I am laying out allegations and facts that could lead to motive. Well, thank you. And that was the paper, the document that she's talking about was the document that I just read over towards the beginning of the live. The writ for what was it? No, I can't remember. But it was for them to for her to produce those children. Produce the children. Man, we hear that too often. I mean, we're still going through it with Madalena Kojikari's case too. So here they're going to go by most of them, I think, or I guess just Veronica by her last name. But it says Butler has accused Rickman's mother, Tiffany Adams, of child stealing. Adams refuted this by claiming Butler needed a third party for visitation and did not bring one. Wrangler Cole Rickman has accused his own mother via Facebook of withholding the children from he and Butler. Adams refuted this claim. Tiffany Adams was filing an official petition for guardianship for the children and stated that her son gave up the children for drugs, partying, and other degenerate behavior. Wow. I mean, tell us how you really feel about him. I mean, man. Wow. Okay, Mom. Rickman was previously granted emergency temporary custody because of a violation concerning Butler's brother. Butler's lawyers claimed at the time Adams had not yet filed anything. I don't even want to know what that means. Butler claims Adams has canceled visitation with the children and not scheduled makeups in the last few months. So Veronica's saying that, okay, Tiffany she's been canceling the visitations. This ain't looking good for you, Grandma. There was a hearing set for Adams and Butler on November 15th, 2023, and Adams requested a motion for continuance. I knew that. I told you that. One day later, Wrangler Cole Rickman was arrested on November 16th, 2023 for possession of a firearm after a felony charge. So felon with a firearm. Adams canceled Butler's visitation on March 16th, 2024. Wonder why. There was a hearing scheduled for April 17th, 2024 for Butler to have overnight visits, unsupervised and increased visits with her children. The 11th. They were missing on the 30th. This is not looking good for you, Grandma. I mean, I don't want to throw Grandma under the bus because, the Grandma, you got some questions to answer. Man. I mean, that is weird. I mean, they're having all this custody issues and now they're going to be, almost towards a resolution. And she comes up missing. It's just, and he's in the ex-boyfriend, ex-husband or whatever he is, he's in rehab. So we know he's not directly involved in this. I mean, he could be calling the shots from inside rehab, I guess. But it says here, Butler and Adams agreed to meet halfway for pickup and drop off of the children in Elkhart, Kansas, instead of the Four Corners, as it was closer for both parties. The car was found abandoned near Highway 95 and Road L near Elkhart. Jillian Kelly, a court-appointed supervisor and friend of Butler, seemingly is not involved in anything other than supervising these visits. So she was there for visits, it sounds like. I will continue to pray for these women and hope they are found soon. And then that's the document that I just read you guys. Man, that's terrible. Like, you go for a court appointed, you go to be like a good person, like you're there just like a good person. You're just there to like make sure the kids play and that they come back and go back all in one piece, I don't know. Oh no, he's definitely at the rehab. They got him there lock and key. The sheriff's got him booked in there. Did I not read all this? I didn't. Thought I did. Let's see where we. No, I guess I did. I thought I did. And I was like, wait, maybe I didn't. Thought there was more. I already read through this, but this is the one that I was talking about. That's what we just went over. Just bullet points. I read it and then we just kind of went through the bullet points. So, of course, if we've watched everybody else on News Nation, we've got to watch Cuomo too, because he's in the mix. I don't think they'll probably be, I don't know if he'll bring anything new to the table, but hopefully he will. And then we can go off of that too. I didn't get a chance to watch his segment. Yeah, I'm wondering. Now, do you think, okay, so if he's saying, okay, if her son is saying, if he's being truthful, and I mean, I don't know if he is or not, but he's saying that his mom threatened to like pretty much shoot him in the head if he got in the way of anything. Now, would that scare someone? I mean, probably. If it was true, I'm sure this isn't the first time his mom threatened him with that. Or beat him up or something. Man, because you got to be doing something before you say you're going to shoot your kid. I think she's sleeping, Lenora. Sometimes Jan goes to bed early. So, yeah, Grandma's all about that life. She really is. She's doing the mostest. Man, between Fred and Ziggy and this, oh man, this is going to be one hell of a night, isn't it? Conjugal visits. I didn't even know they still did those. Either did Cuomo. See, that's his face. He's like, no. I wonder. Okay, so I told you guys this story or this about this case on our last live about this. There was a son, and a lot of you guys remember the case. There was a son, and he went to go drop his kid off in a parking lot with the mother of his children or something along those lines. And he left, and she was there, or she was at the store at that time, but I'm pretty sure it was a custody drop off. Well, his mom shows up there, but she's like hidden. She like pulls over, parks behind this gas station, puts on this wig that's like horrible wig with a hat. I mean, it's the worst disguise ever. But she goes up and she shoots her and unalives her. Well, he goes to the police station. He has no clue what he's there for. He thinks he's probably a suspect. Well, they show him this video, and he could tell by the gait of this woman that it was his mom. And you just see him like go from like, I might be charged with this too. Oh my gosh, I wish I was charged with this because that's my mother. Almost, like in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like it's your mother. He was devastated. Very devastated. I feel like this could be a case like that. You know, where maybe he'll see a video of her. Maybe there's a video out there. Maybe we'll get lucky. I know there's nothing for days. I mean, look, there's nothing for days. Anybody got a camera poached on one of these? I mean, why don't they? They should have something every few miles. I don't know. We live in that day and age. It's so sad, but there's nothing out there. Nothing. I was just reading your chats. The wig hair got her. Yeah. You saw that he just broke. He did, Deb. He really did. I felt bad for that boy. I mean, he was a man, but I felt bad for him. I mean, that's your mama. Your own mama. I'm cool homosexual. Me too. His wife works in the studio there. I think it's really cute that they both work there. But yeah, let's see what he has to say. Maybe he'll throw us in some little nugget of something, some information.
Media on this Kansas mom story is making too much of the silence. Look, we saw this with Koberger in Idaho. Sometimes the cops are doing their job and they're not into the celebrity part of the business, and they don't want their sources out there. Sometimes there is integrity to the non-disclosure. Is that the case here? I don't know. We'll find out when they finally do say something. But I got to tell you, sometimes the silence can get deafening. And when it comes to Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, now we understand why they were together, right? One was the supervisor for the visits. The other one was the mother going to see their kids, right? Going to pick up Butler's children. They never got there. The car was found abandoned in Oklahoma. State investigators say they had evidence to indicate foul play, but since then, no meat on those bones. Normally, there would be all this search and all these people and the family, help us, help us. Not here. Let's bring in News Nation correspondent Laura Ingle on the ground, real pro, trying to get answers.
Oh, they
and
got
we
me.
have another real pro, former FBI agent, News Nation law and justice correspondent Jennifer Coffindaffer. First of all, Ingle, now we understand that this wasn't exactly in the middle of nowhere. They had a reason to be where they were going. What were they trying to get to in terms of a meetup spot?
Yeah, Chris, it's both, right? It's the middle of nowhere, but they had a reason going from one section of Kansas where I am now in their hometown, just past the state line into Oklahoma, to meet up with a guardian of the children for Veronica Butler, ages 6 and 8 years old. This was a designated court-approved visitation that is supposed to have a supervisor. She's supposed to have a supervisor with her on each and every Saturday, and there was a
Just want to point this out. I don't know who put the ribbons up, right? The yellow ribbons, but apparently somebody cares about these women. Who put up the ribbons? That's who we need to be talking to. Find somebody with yellow ribbon in their hand. That's the person we need to talk to, News Nation. I cracked the case.
list. We went through the court documents.
They said nobody was
there
talking
were
there.
4 people listed as approved supervisors, and on that list, is the pastor's wife, Jillian Kelly. She was the one that day on that Saturday that took the drive with Veronica Butler. They came 3 miles short of their destination. It's an abandoned gas station in a section called Four Corners. It's right off of a highway. You almost couldn't make it up. We went there and we took our cameras to show you just how desolate it looks. There's no lights, there's no cameras, there's absolutely nothing out there. And that is the location where they were supposed to meet the grandmother of these children. The father's mother is who has custody right now. But again, 3 miles short, didn't make it. The fiance of Veronica Butler is the one who got worried and started driving, looking for the vehicle. And the other thing that we shot and we filmed yesterday, we went on this desolate road.
Couldn't we find a
when
better
I
place?
first heard that the car was on the side of the road, found.
Go back here. Is this the gas station they're talking about? This looks like an old building to me, but it could be a gas station. They were supposed to be meeting at a gas station. Now, when I was looking through like the maps, I couldn't. It said there was like a Sunoco or something, but then I couldn't find it. It was like literally in the middle of the road. Wait, hold on. Where's this? Or was this it? Okay, I don't know if this could be it. But I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. We need to figure that out. Let me know. This one does look awfully spooky. And if this is where they were meeting, this is like not a good idea at all. Like, who would think this is a good place to meet for a custody swap, no matter if you guys were best friends or enemies? No, thank you, ma'am. I'm not meeting you there. But this place has Four Corners, and I know they didn't want to meet Four Corners. But I don't know. I know that they didn't want to meet in Four Corners. That's why they met in Hugoton. But this does say service on it, like it's a gas station. Like a service building or whatever, like, oh, man. Wow, guys. It does say service on the side, so it could definitely be. The pumps could be like over here, the old pumps or whatever. They could have taken them out too. Hey, Brian Paula. Yeah, this place is spooky. Spooky-ooky. I'm good.
Desolate road. And
I don't
when
like
I
scary
first
stuff.
heard that the car was on the side of the road found abandoned, I kind of thought it was on the side of the highway, but it was actually in a little bit. We're showing you drone footage right there of getting up and over it, but we also walked down that dirt path to show you just how far off the beaten path it
Wow.
really was. It was 1,000 feet in from the main road, and we found a kind of a makeshift memorial. We found a white cross with yellow ribbons. There's yellow ribbons you can see here behind me all over this town, tied to every tree and lamppost. And their names are written on that. We don't know who left it there, but clearly somebody who, people don't have a really good feeling how this is all going to turn out. The OSBI, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, we've been after them every single day that we've been on the ground, and they keep telling us, we are investigating, we are searching. We will let you know when we find something. When we got here, I was expecting to see a grid search, canines, not seeing that. That's not what's happening. But the OSBI does tell us that they're doing their own search in their own way and to stand by. Chris.
Quick thing. Laura, did the grandmother show up with the kids?
Great question. That is one that we have asked. There is
Great question,
we just
Cuomo.
don't know. We've asked investigators about that. We've asked family members. A lot of these people are really scared to talk about this case. Everybody in this town knows somebody. Everybody's connected. Nobody wants to talk about who they know and what they know for fear, it sounds like, of retaliation. There was a very bitter custody battle going on. In fact, Chris, 10 days before these women went missing, there was a court filing by Veronica Butler to get more visitation time, to get full custody. She wanted to see her kids more. And it laid out in these court documents that things had not been going well between the grandmother and her. 10 days later, she's gone. Is it connected? We just don't know. It could be something entirely different.
Man, I
Hey,
could
thank you for
really use
watching.
this.
Please go to News Nation.
I didn't. That was the only video I didn't watch beforehand. I always watch the videos prior to. And this one I didn't. And he could have helped me out with my whole live. Like the whole thing with the grandmother, all of that. I didn't know any of this until I started digging deep into these like little records things. So I'll show you something else from grandma. Because I mean, she's like the gift that keeps on giving. So this was on go back. This was on Facebook today. And I was like, what? This is her rap sheet. So first are just, imported marriage license, whatever. I'm not going to go through the ones that are like too big of a deal, but the ones that could be a big deal. Like failure to carry insurance. Doesn't seem like it'd be too big of a deal, but it could be, yeah. Especially if you have kids riding in the car. Or anybody. You hit another car, but I'm just saying, Failure to protect wait, I'm on the right page. I need the first one first. Wait, this is the first. Okay. So then we got failure to protect a child under 4 with restraint device. Failure to protect a child under age 4 by use of restraint system. And those ones were on different dates, different years. These are all from the state of Oklahoma, though. Unsafe turn at intersection. That's not right. Okay, I don't care about that one. Failure to protect a child under the age of 4 by use of restraint. Another one. These are all different. Failure to use child restraint. Apparently, she doesn't like to restrain the child in the seat. Just likes to willy-nilly let him flow around back there. Under the age of 4. This ain't the 80s. 70s, you have to put kids in safety things now. Safety, whatever that, I'm talking about car seats, but safety devices. No seatbelts or car seats. Yep. None of it. Not even a little seat they could just sit up, prop up on. So then we got her speeding, 80 and a 65. Now, where are you trying to go? These are the speeding, driving without a driver's license. Okay. Well, that happens sometimes, I guess. And let me go back to find the second page. Which page was this? Okay. So the next one will be this one. So dissolution of marriage, 2 of those. Guess they didn't work out. Let's see when they started. Imported marriage license, 1/26/1991. And then the next one was 93. 2010, 2011. I'm confused. Dissolution means you're dissolving your marriage. Why would you have 2 of those? Unless you were married twice. But they're on 2010, 2011. It's weird. Speeding, okay. Failure to have a driver's license. Really? Within hand? Oh, I never heard that before. Failure to stop at stop sign. Okay. So, I mean, these are very important because her grandkid, or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't her grandkids. We don't know for sure, but this would have been her son, more than likely, because of the dates. They were back like early 2010, 2000, something like that. No, it was like early 2000s, I think. Some of these were. Let me see. 2010 they started. So that'd be 14. So does she have like a son that's like a little bit younger? Or a daughter? Wonder. Granny is suspicious. Granny needs to clear up her record here. Because normally after a little while these drop off, but they didn't drop off for her. They sure didn't. Failure to wear a seatbelt. Operating a vehicle with any material or object placed on windshield. Oh. Why'd you do that? Speeding 16 to 20 over. Bond forfeiture. Name change. Dissolution of marriage again. Speeding 16 to 20. Process server license. Does that mean wait, hold on. Does that mean she got her license, her process server's license? Let me see. Isn't that like who does like the like a notary almost. Okay, a process server is a legal professional who delivers legal documents all to people involved in court cases, such as summons, complaints, subpoenas, writs, and warrants. Why would she want that position? When was this? 2019. After those babies are born. Process server is pretty much the person that comes and gives you the papers that says you've been served, and then they run real quick. So yeah, why does she need to be one of those? So she can see what papers are coming through, like for other people that don't have her last name? I mean, she did do a name change. Now, I don't know if that was because of the marriage, but she's been Tiffany Adams, except for sometimes she's Tiffany M. Adams, Tiffany Michael Adams, switches back and forth. I don't know. Very strange, Grandma. You've been served, Grandma. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of different charges. I mean, and they all could be related to children if you think about it, because most of them are all deal with the car. She doesn't even like to put the kids in restraints. I mean, I know it sucks. It has to suck. I don't have kids, but I could not even imagine holding the car seat, trying to get the door open. Actually, I do remember that because I have nieces and nephews. But it's a thing. It's a hassle. But it's a hassle that everyone has to do. Just like cleaning and stuff like cooking, doing the dishes. We don't want to do it, but we got to do it. Couldn't imagine not buckling my child in one time, and then that time we get in a car accident. I mean, that, no, not me, not a day in my life. I would just be so worried. But I know back in the 80s when I was a kid, I don't think I had a car seat. I don't remember any of them booster seat things or nothing. But I mean, I was born in the mid 80s. So maybe we didn't have them. But then again, my parents didn't even have seats in their car when my mom was pregnant with me. Someone stole the seats out of their car in Philadelphia. Yeah, it was bad. My mom told me everything. You don't remember using a booster either, Stephanie? I didn't have no booster, but I probably just skipped the booster. I was so dang tall. I just slid on up. But your kids had the boosters? Yeah, I didn't have them. And I know my brother didn't have any of that when he was a kid. So I was telling you guys earlier, I wanted to share this video with you before we got off the live for tonight too. So this video is online sleuths are helping investigate. But unlike Sebastian Rogers' case, in my opinion, where they're doing more harm than good, these online sleuths seem to not even really, they don't look like they're videotaping anything out there. They're literally just looking in buildings and stuff. So I think that they were out there looking, and then News Nation showed up out there to, do their live shots and stuff, and then they ran into each other. So I'll share this with you guys. And I don't know who this lady is, though. I don't know if she does YouTube, TikTok, what.
That the local
Let me go back. I didn't catch that part.
As missing Kansas women is getting deeper as News Nation confirms the FBI's involvement in this case. Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly
Oh yeah,
went
FBI is
missing
now
almost
involved.
2 weeks ago as they were driving to Oklahoma to pick up Butler's children. Authorities do say foul play is suspected, but in the absence of more official answers and information, internet investigators have descended on the area looking for clues. Correspondent Nancy Liu is live for us in Oklahoma, where their van was discovered. Nancy, there are still so many unanswered questions.
Oh, so many unanswered questions, Nicole, and there's absolutely no sign of an active search by law enforcement. And the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation is still mum about details in this case, which they said involved foul play over a week ago. But in patches of Texas County, Oklahoma, near the area where the car of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly was found abandoned, just a few miles from the meeting spot where they were scheduled to pick up Butler's kids. YouTube sleuths have been out searching for clues. They've looked inside abandoned buildings within a vast and desolate region.
Do you see them ladies? I'm gonna give them props. She had flags and everything. You know what she didn't have in her hand? A cell phone. A cell phone. And these are grown women that they're looking for.
Treading carefully
I
since
mean,
much of this area is private land.
we need people
Speculation
like that
is
in Sebastian's
swirling
case.
due to the lack of information and law enforcement activity. And many locals are afraid to speak publicly about the case, while relatives linked to it say they were instructed by law enforcement not to. One of the volunteer searchers spoke with News Nation's Ashley Banfield.
Have you seen any authorities doing the same thing at any point in your efforts?
I have not seen any authorities doing any searching. I have seen, there has been some law enforcement presence that normally is not in the area. My understanding is that the local law enforcement sheriffs, the local law enforcement police officers, they have not been told anything at all. This is strictly an OSBI that is handling this, and of course now the FBI is involved.
Indeed, the FBI is involved. Veronica Butler did not have custody of her two children with Wrangler Cole Rickman, who was in rehab on the day she went missing. The children have been in the care of Rickman's mother in Eva, Oklahoma. Butler and Rickman were never married, and just 10 days before the moms went missing, she had filed a court petition for full custody of those kids. Now, according to court documents obtained by News Nation, Butler was allowed visitation with those kids every Saturday, and Jillian Kelly was among 4 court supervisors who were approved to be with her during those visitations. Now, the 2 moms have now been missing for 12 days. Nicole?
Yeah, and those families looking for answers. All right, Nancy, thank you.
I meant to hit the stop sharing. Sorry about that. I was trying to look up. What was I looking up? Let me see. Actually, I think I was looking something up, but then I didn't end up looking it up. Let me see what my tabs are and see if there's anything else I need to show y'all. But that was a lot. That was a lot going on. So normally I don't like to throw people under the bus, but Grandma's got to give us some answers. Point blank, period. I mean, I feel like the answers are going to lie with Grandma, even if she didn't do it. Let's say, you know, they hired someone else to do it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we just need some information out of her. But it is I guess, a known trafficking road. I don't see it. It's so weird. It's so weird to me that dirt road, I'll pull it back up too. I mean, I guess because of the trucks that go through there. That's the only thing I could think of. Do truck drivers do that? Like, I mean, I guess anybody could, but do they traffic girls? I grew up with truck drivers in my family, and they would never. They're all the sweetest men. So this is the road that it was off of. It was off of this road. So there's like nothing out there. That's just so strange to me that they would pick this place. I guess that's why. Oh, Boothang made dinner tonight, Ashley. She must be in a real good mood. She must be feeling real good today. I know you're usually the cook. That's Vincent. They could be anywhere. He does look like a punk. I wonder what old Grandma is like. I mean, I'm not saying that your parenting has anything to do with how your kids end up, but I mean, if he acts anything like, if she's anything like her kid or if he's anything like his mom, I mean, he's been in and out of jail, it seems like, and now he's in a court-ordered rehab. Now, I'm still wondering if Grandma can go see him or call him. It's so desolate, yeah. But I mean, how do they just make people pull over, I guess? And do they do that? Is that what they do, I wonder? I'm going to look into that. Because I want to know exactly how they get them out of the car. Because that could really, I mean, that could change our whole point of view, you know? Maybe it wasn't grandma. Maybe it was, I mean, ooh, if it wasn't somebody that's directly involved with them, like in their inner circle, it's going to be so hard to try to find somebody that did this unless they find the two women and they find them quickly to where that stuff doesn't get washed away by anything or, you know, if they are out there somewhere, the elements don't get to them, you know, stuff like that. Animals, things of that nature. Yeah, there's no trees or anything. Yeah. That's why I'm like, where are they? You could literally, I feel like, look out there and see somebody if they were on the ground almost. Like like a lot of that ground you can just like skim over. It's crazy. Nature nurture. Yeah. Big fields, yeah. And then they were oh yeah, that was the thing I was looking at. So 1,000, they were 1,000 feet from the road, and I was looking it up, and it was like 0.19th or something of a mile. I don't know what it said. It's something like that. It was very, I mean, it was pretty far back. Like, I was trying to think of like how far is it for me, you know. My depth perception's off though, so I had to look it up. But that's what it said when I looked it up. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty far. They were pretty far back. Now, I'm wondering why they drove so far back. You know, like if they were pulling off for somebody, because somebody was like getting them off of the road, you would think that they would just pull like a little bit off of the road, not like all the way back that far. Unless they did pull right off the side of the road and that person just moved their car up a little bit. So maybe it wasn't like so visible or like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like right on the road. But I don't know. My like nose is itching so bad. Sorry guys. I keep like rubbing it. What was the name of the place? It was Hugoton, Kansas is where they were meeting, I believe. And it was outside of Eva. Or right inside of Eva, maybe. And then I do have I'm in their private group, like their little Facebook group. I was gonna see if there was anything. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Oh, I have to look that up. That's really nice. I was seeing if there's anything like I think it's just talking about like all of the members and stuff, or the family members and like all of the members of this group and how they can reach out and help. So you think that's what I thought too, but maybe you think the car was drove there to location. Well, thank you for becoming a member, Lisa. Welcome on in. Thank you so much. So nice. Welcome. I said that too, maybe Ashley, like maybe they did meet it to their destination and then something happened and they brought the car back, or something happened on the side of the road and they just pulled the car up a little bit. Man, yeah, just it would be a chance, yeah. Something made them both get out of the car. Now I'm wondering if the person had a weapon, like a gun. That would be the only way I feel like you could control two women at the same time because they didn't have the kids with them. So it wasn't like they could, take a child and, hold the child against their will. But yeah, I don't know. You think they had a gun held to them too? Me too. Man. It's just crazy. And I think there was one person that came forward and they passed the car. Let me see. Let me make sure. I'd have to look through here, but I thought I saw that, like let me know if you guys remember. So I thought that they said there was a person that was like like an eyewitness, like not like an eyewitness, but they went past the car and the yeah, I think that they did say that the window was broken. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Brian Paul. Yeah. I'm thinking that they thought they did say the window was broken. We went over in the last live and I remember being like, oh wow, it was broke. I was just trying to look to see if I could find an article. But of course I probably typed it in ass backwards, so maybe it was last live. I think it was on our last live. And it might have been the Nancy Grace episode though. So I don't know if I don't know if she said it or if it was in that same live though. Here, let's see this. Because I thought that they weren't saying anything, but then I did hear the window, but I thought we saw that. Like we heard it too. Like I not just from speculation, you know what I mean? Things like that. I'm trying to read through this. Oh, actually it was the husband, wasn't it? That said that or something like let's see. It doesn't say about the car. I'll have to figure that out though. I'll figure it out and I'll let you guys know. It could have been someone speculating. We could have got it mixed up, but I thought that's why I was looking into it when I saw you said that because I was like, no, Brian Paul, I think you might be right because I swear that I heard that and I was like, and someone said like in the chat and I just ignored it because I was like, oh, we haven't heard that. And then we read something and it came out and it said that, and I thought it was the was it Nancy? Yeah, I was say maybe it was her, but I thought it was the husband or something that come out. So maybe it was her because we did play Nancy last time we were on, so that could be it. That could have been it. But yeah, as far as news, I think I got pretty much all of it, except for we could always dig deeper into the fam and see what's going on with them because I mean that grandma, she's something else. She's something else. The two women live in Hugoton, Kansas. They drove nearly 45 minutes. Yep. Yeah. Yep. 45 minutes. And they were 3 minutes away and they didn't get there. And I mean, the husband was on top of it. He found the car within what was it, like an hour of them leaving. He was like, I mean, how did you even know, sir? So I'm assuming there was something she said to him to make him go find her car that fast. Like she's not answering. I need to go find her. Like other than taking it a different route. Like, oh, she's not answering right now. Maybe she's in the bathroom. Maybe she's getting the kids some food. Maybe they're shopping. Like he went straight out and looked for her. So to me, that almost says like she warned him about something. I mean, I don't know. I don't know though. Hopefully we find out soon. If you guys don't mind taking a quick second, hit the like button. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, what you waiting on? If you'd like to subscribe to our backup channel, I'll put the link in the chat. We are going to, I'm going to go live over there tomorrow, actually, about all of the crap in the Sebastian Rogers case, all of the junk that's just being spread around like butter. There's no new information in that case. Save your guys your time, and your frustration. Because, that's what it is. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, It's a little frustrating. Yeah, due to Granny's actions previously, she's a threat. Yeah. Yeah. Old Graham ain't doing too good. Now, if she'd like to come on and tell us why this all happened, we're here. We're here for it. We like missing people's cases. Literally says that while I'm putting butter on my potato. That's funny. That sounds really good. I want a baked potato. I want a Red Lobster baked potato, though, with the salt on the outside and it's crispy. Yeah, that's the one I want. but it's too late. It's 10:48. Dang it. If it wasn't this late, I would be going and getting me some. I don't think she is either, Elizabeth. I think she's I would say she's probably in her 50s. Because he's not, he's pretty young and he's in his 20s, I think. So yeah. Crust baked potatoes. Ooh. Those sound good, Ashley. Those sound good. I'm getting hungry. I had French fries earlier again. I had French fries. It's the only thing I'll make in the air fryer. It's the only thing I know how to make in the air fryer. We have like, and it's huge and it's heavy and I have to get it out, but it's worth it for some French fries. But now I ate them all, so I gotta go figure out something for dinner because he fell asleep between two dogs earlier. So I think he might be sleeping. Hey, Yankee Kyle. Oh, you changed your little avatar picture thing. I need to get me like an avatar person. Like my picture, like whenever I like turn my camera off. So I can stay hidden. Just kidding. You guys see me every night. That's my pleasure for that. It's my pleasure. But we are here every night. So if that's something that you're into, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, go subscribe to the backup channel. We're almost to 500 subscribers over there and I'm getting excited. I'm getting antsy. We're almost there. I want to get there. Like Vinny Politan said about his 1,000,000 subscribers. He just needs it, right? He just needs this. I just need this for my 500. I just do. He said that one night on his live on his YouTube channel and I was laughing. He was like, I need the 1,000,000 guys. I think it was Facebook, actually. It was like on his Facebook page that he was going to have like 1,000,000 people or something. Not on his YouTube, but I thought that was pretty funny. He's like, I just need it. Like, at least he's honest. At least he's honest. Well, thank you guys all for coming tonight. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all those things that we ask you to do. If you'd like to become a member, we'd love to have you. I will put the channel membership link in the chat. We'd love to have you become a member. We'll be back on tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to go live, I think it's 2:15 over on the second channel. And we're going to talk about Sebastian Rogers and all of the misinformation, disinformation. I mean, it's just, they're disseminating the misinformation everywhere. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here again and have a good night, guys. Bye.